leading up to, or kind of going through this little personal journey that you had, I saw that you hit 100 days of meditation. Are you still rolling? Have you missed anything yet?
So it was 180 days, and then I missed a day.
Uh,
It was awful. And then I missed another day. Like it was like a gap of 3 days, like did it, not, did it, not, did it, not. And it directly affected my mood. And I didn't know why the fuck my mood was off. That next week, I was all over the place. My workouts were, because I teach yoga, I was all over the place. And I didn't know why. And then I used the Insight Timer. They are not a sponsor. It's a free app. It's amazing. And it tracks your shit.
mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, god damn. Like I missed. It was like Monday, yes. Tuesday, no. Wednesday, yes. Thursday, no. Friday, yes. Saturday, Sunday, no. And I was like, oh my God. When you start to look at the patterns, when nothing else has changed, but that has directly changed and your mood is affected, you see it.
Yeah.
Meditation is huge. Not to be a frou-frou. I'm not a frou-frou person. I'm not. I'm not. I believe in results. I do. I believe in results, and I am like a researcher, and if it gives me a desired result, I can go back and say it works. And meditation has been the one thing, that and working out and like HIIT training and getting your cardio up and yoga, but that is also part of meditation. So it has been the one thing that I can say changed my life. And that's like such a fucking, I mean, it's a compounded thing. Look at
But
me.
I've heard that so many times, though. I don't
I
feel like that's a
know, but
very unique statement.
it sounds so lame. It's so ridiculous. It sounds so lame. It does.
But
But
it might just be a human thing that really works.
it works. It just works. It doesn't have to be a Zen master on a mountain. It is a practical application that humans need because we are overwhelmed with data and like thinking about the future and thinking about the past, and all it is the present. Like right now, I am fully engaged with you. I'm not thinking about people downstairs. I'm not thinking about what I ate earlier, because this is my life. This right now is our life, and we are never going to get this moment back. Like this is the present moment. If you think about that and you really just hone in on it minute to minute, that is exceptional, because you're really living that moment. You're not thinking about the future or thinking about the past. You're thinking about right now, which is the only moment that counts. And it's so, like, why does it have to be so goddamn hard to be human and thinking about the present moment? We are a species right now that has to force ourselves to slow down and be present. And that sucks, but it's just real.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is that your present moment is so complex, right? Because it kind of comes with needing to learn from your past and then also needing to set yourself up for success in the future. So what you do now really matters in your next step, but then the now becomes then, and then that needs to be a tool for the future.
But here's the thing, because I've thought about this a lot. And I'm a planner. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
total planner. I'm a gamer. I'm a planner. Like I am. I have never felt more in line, and things that have happened naturally in my life along this jitney and this road, as when that I have been fully present and have practiced being fully present in my life. Because when you start to do that, you start to look inward, and looking inward gives you the clarity of things that deserve your attention.
I like that.
That shit is real. Like, that's not even a joke. That is like, absolutely, that's not rocket science. It's not spiritual. I don't care if Jesus comes at you or like fucking Buddha, whatever. Like, it is an absolute fact. I am telling you a fact that when you become present and you go within yourself and you start to do that, things line up, because then you are in tune with your, and not to be like Mr. Destiny, you're in tune with your destiny. Like, you're in tune with the things that serve you, the things that you really want to do, the things that bring you absolute joy, the things that bring you to like, yeah, and you don't even realize what they are. People don't realize what they are. They're just so inundated with everything that they've been taught and pushed upon them. And it is magical. I'm telling you, it is magical. Sorry, I'm going to stop talking now because...
No, I love it.
Dear Lord, I sound like a crazy person.
You don't, though, because
I mean, do.
Well, I mean, when you're somebody like me and you like to listen to people who are really, really into psychedelics, and then them talk about like going to the other realm and like dealing with the entities and like learning the lessons, and whether or not like they're mocking you because like you take yourself too seriously, or they're telling you that you need to be happier because like you're putting too much stress on yourself, or like you're just enjoying the artful like fractals that like just appear before you. Like I'm that is not strange to me. I love that stuff, man.
So I think you're all about opening the neural pathways.
I think that there's something that we lost somewhere in humanity, where like that mysticism that we used to be connected to is, I think it was demonized, and then we disconnected ourselves from it. And then the people that tapped into it were like the dregs of the society. And then we couldn't then get on board with it because like the hippies were doing it, you know, like.
Absolutely.
That I do think that there's something to it. I think that there's some really interesting literature that's out there that kind of talks about, there's a book, I think it's called like The Cross and the Mushroom or something like that. It's a priest who was a linguist, and he decided to go back into the Dead Sea Scrolls and go through the original Bible texts. And he then decided to like, I'm going to try to translate this, knowing everything that I've studied. And what he came up with was that most of the Bible is based on mushrooms.
Probably, yeah.
And then he came out, well, he left the church because he then thought that they were trying to keep all of this from us, and that was the access to God, that you were accessing God by accessing these mushrooms and like being able to like go to the next realm. And then after he left the church and put out the book, shortly thereafter, the church bought the book and tried to bury it.
Oh, shit.
So
that's one way to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. But yeah, I'm very into that type of stuff. I think that there's...
you know what? I absolutely am into that. I'm not a crazy person. I mean, by anybody's standard, I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I am by some people's standards. Life goals. But yeah, I believe in meditation. Like, not as like a quacky person. I'm reading the Michael Pollan book, How to Change Your Mind with, mushrooms, and have experience with mushrooms. And I totally believe in, I'm like, I took on these guys as like a sponsors, like the neuro tapping, the people that were from Pittsburgh, the little neuro tapping thing that I can't remember the name. I'm a terrible sponsor person. And, I believe in that shit. I totally do. I think we need to keep pushing ourselves to break the patterns of the past. That's it. Like, period. And scene. Like I just do. I think there's patterns. I think there's judgments. I think there's stigmas. And I think it's ridiculous.